Yeah, but like I'm telling you, it sounds weird, but I don't know why I can't convince you to try it. But if you shave your asshole, I'm telling you, like the velocity in which you can thrust your hips, it brings up like a whole new game. No, like speaking of asshole shaving, do you remember our first date?
Jake, we're on.
No, I know we're gonna be on. It's gonna be such a good show. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great night. And but no, like yeah, we were at the mall.
We are live right now. They can hear us. Jake. Oh Jesus.
Small items. This is Steiner Brothers letter jacket, just hanging right here. Dusty Rhodes robe, ring worn. Ultimate Warrior denim. Just this one's a deep cut, stunning Steve Austin. These things feel like they were worn yesterday, but in some cases it's 30, 40 years ago, and it goes like that.
Oh my God, Cody. Oh my God. I don't believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm absolutely stunned. I don't know how. It's not even time for Oscars, but Liv Morgan has indeed won an Academy Award. She won an Oscar for her portrayal and acting in Unreal Season 3. And oh my God, listen to the standing ovation. They are chanting, "You deserve it." Holy shit. I knew she'd do it. I knew she'd do it, Cody.
Oh God, Jake's gonna get emotional now. Look what you guys did to him.
Reviewing like a beast, no one does it clever.
Break. He counts the losses backstage in a line. Every show a promise, every promise out of time. He smiles for the camera, then looks at the floor, says, "I'm still here," but he wants something more. It's easiest to survive the dark when never seeing the sun. Let fear control you. You'll always run. It's easiest to survive the dark. into somewhere. Tell me where the kingdom went. Into somewhere. King of the ring got spent. Jake and Cody, spinning truth on every lie. Into somewhere. SummerSlam died in our eyes. SummerSlam died in our
It's Into Somewhere Weekly, and we're live the 29th of July, 2026. How the fuck are we, chat? Welcome to the one and only Into Somewhere Weekly, hosted by yours truly, Jake, a.k.a. Countdown Ended DeMarco, with his newest track, Eclipse, out now on all music streaming platforms. And we've got the one and only Cody Oneedy 316 in the house.
Give me a hell yeah. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How we all doing? We got
All right,
SummerSlam.
now you can
We got
say
my
hi.
new.
Sorry, we had to
We
rock
got
out for a
Triple
minute.
H saying, "Oh,
Right? I'm sorry, we had to rock out for a minute. We have some random background going on over here, and I kind of like it. So let's go ahead and keep that. That's actually kind of cool. Look at that. It's hypnotizing. It's not using our normal stuff. It reset
should we do a
everything.
monologue first, or should I get right into my nuclear rant?"
I want you to go ahead and thank the people for being here this Wednesday on Into Somewhere Weekly, and I appreciate you all greatly. Allow me to move myself over, and then if I go over here and I go down this way, and I click that, and I hit this, and I go, whoop, bam. Come on, I did the whoop bam thing. No? Here we go. Let's turn that one off, and then whoop bam. Oh, I did it. Look at
Looks
that.
beautiful.
There we go. Now we're cooking with gas, as my terrible father used to say. So yes, Mr. Onita, you unfortunately were on assignment this past week, and you tried to tell me that you were sick, right?
I was.
You know
Someone
I'm
tell
gonna
you
find
something
out,
different?
right? You know people tell
About?
me things. You shouldn't lie to me. Like, that's really what this is all about here.
Ah,
Do you remember Halloween 2019?
yeah.
What did you ask for?
I asked Santa for a pony.
No, you asked Santa for a raccoon for Halloween. Yeah, that's right. You wanted to be a raccoon in a Santa outfit. You even just outed yourself by bringing up Santa. That's how you know I'm not exaggerating with this, because I swear on Danny, I didn't bring this up to you on the pre-show for this very reason. Tell me that you have nothing to do with this, and maybe you start getting a paycheck again. It doesn't all go to Liz. We'll talk. But this was sent direct to me from Talking Baseball's TikTok, and I'm a little upset because I know we got you this, and I didn't think you were gonna lie to me and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm not feeling good." Meanwhile, you're out on the news fucking up. So we see, who else would that be? Riding a scooter that says Cody Oneedy on the side, 316. In a fucking raccoon in a Christmas suit. And then, Mr. Electric Scooter, what do? Dipshit. I told you we could have made the eye holes bigger. You're like, no, I could still do my scooter tricks, right? Listen.
Okay.
You fucking moron. We cannot afford any more lawsuits. You wrote down your name as IntoSomewhere.
Well, yes. I wanted them to hopefully subscribe to our channel and listen to our podcast.
When they said, who do we sue? Music. Put your name down. You wrote IntoSomewhere while still in fucking character, giggling like a raccoon that stole their nuts. Did you want them to do someone else's podcast? Did you want them to say it was Sean's view? Did you want them to say it was JD? Talk about Raw.
Did you want them to say it was Sean Ross Sapp? Okay.
Talk about Raw.
All right.
Monday Night Raw. Thank you to all the people that sent me that, especially Pico. That's part of Pico's picks. We got one more for after, but thank you, Pico, for notifying me of Cody's fucking betrayal. I sent you flowers. I sent you flowers to feel better.
A Santa?
Yes. Yes, it was a raccoon in a Santa costume for some fucking
Those weren't
reason.
Flowers.
An aloe plant. I thought you would be sore.
That's hilarious about the Santa thing, though. We didn't even plan that. Like, swear to God, I didn't even...
You did it. You got the Santa costume with a raccoon thing. I'm surprised you remembered.
Okay.
You've been caught.
Okay, listen.
People know.
The flowers... Why
Don't stare into the background.
Why were they plastic?
It was supposed to be an aloe plant, but those are actually pretty expensive.
I tried to water them, and they were...
All right. You
got them from the toy store.
To me. You and I are going to argue about this, and the chat knows. I explained why. Unfortunately, you were vroom vroom preoccupied as we just saw Exhibit fucking A, or more like Exhibit A, B, C, D, and E, because you just effed myself. Regardless, Cody, I was visited by, that's going to sound bad. I was going to say the Nate Fairy, but that's not how I meant it. I was visited by Cousin Nate. He showed up to the show like, the mailman or Farmer Bill that would show up on Pee-wee's Playhouse.
I heard he filled in for me.
Yes, he was fantastic. And Obi-Wan Jabroni was here as well. We've still not heard from Stuart.
Shout out to Nate.
Thank
you for filling in.
One accent filled in for a bit. So thank you to Obi for being here as well. Nate did excellent. And Nate gave Raw a 9 out of 10. I'm like, that's a little high. I gave it a 7.
Round of applause for Nate, ladies and gentlemen.
I will do that.
Round of applause for Nate.
No, come on. It was Nate's.
Yeah, loud and proud. Let's fucking go, Nate. What were we going to argue about, though?
Ladies and gentlemen, Cody's back.
You know that I hated that you liked?
No, not Cody Rhodes. Cody Onidi, 316. I tried. So here's the point.
Are they still mad about that time that I went to heel and complained about Danhausen at Elimination Chamber? Are they still all mad about that?
Yes, rightfully so. I mean, it was a pretty big deal. It was a pretty big deal. You did mess up pretty bad, and we can only argue so much about it. But here's the thing, sir. I really thought this was a good Raw. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Like, he was joking about the 9. I gave this a 7.5, and I'm like, Cody's going to think I'm crazy, but everybody hated that Danhausen segment. Come on. He played the organ with one hand, Cody. Cody?
Hold on 1 second.
You good? He's walking outside.
Anyway.
Fuck me.
Anyway. I just had to let...
That's why you walked outside.
I just had to let that
go.
That was loud. Breathing in and out.
So
like Jinder Mahal.
No, I gave it a 3 out of 10, but I do want to hear you eviscerate it because this was fucking abysmal. Glad to have woken you up. None of it. The opening was so stupid. The end was stupid. It was just stupid. So enlighten me.
What the fuck was happening?
Hold on. You're robotic again.
This fucking show because this felt like 2019 Monday Night Raw.
Hold on. I don't want to ruin your rant, but you're robotic again. Let's get you.
Oh.
Let's see if it's better now.
Are we good?
Now we're good. All right. Go ahead, sir. Sorry, but I want people to actually hear you. You're good. Now you can be heard.
Are we sure?
I'm positive. You sound...
Okay, 1,000%. Okay, we're going to run that back.
Yes.
What the fuck was that Monday Night Raw Triple H? I saw Triple H say, "Oh, why don't you book the talent and blame them? What the fuck? Don't blame the creative team. Don't blame us. What the fuck are we supposed to blame, huh? You and your fraud-ass company is full of shit booking AI episodes, clearly, because clearly that was the worst thing I've ever seen since Vince McMahon. And Vince McMahon wasn't good either, but I would rather have Vince McMahon back at this point because Vince McMahon actually, I don't know. He wouldn't book an AI episode of Raw. I don't even know if he would know what artificial intelligence is. But
yeah, he was a far cry from being there. So
let's call him back. And I thought everything was terrible, top to bottom. What the fuck was this weigh-in with Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi? And only one person actually got their weight in. And we made an excuse. Brock Lesnar did his weigh-in in the back, and we made up some random Momo Jobo number.
Back.
Fuck that shit. And the promo was ruined already because, just like me, Paul Heyman's mic was going off, and that was terrible in its own right, and that ruined the segment to an oblivion. What else? Speaking about oblivions, Liv Morgan and Iyo Sky. They're a world championship feud, and what did they get? A fucking vignette each? And what? Iyo Sky was saying, blah, 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 you know, I don't even know what she's fucking saying half the time. I'm sorry, and she's a bad actress. And Liv Morgan, what did she say? You want to know why the greatest of all time is going to be the greatest of all time at the greatest of all time show of all times, because Raquel's the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, even though I said Dominik was the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. But that's why I'm going to win, because I'm the greatest Women's World Champion of all time. And when I win, I'll still be the greatest Women's World Champion of all time, because I'm the greatest Women's World Champion of all time. Then Roman and Seth was the same bullshit. Like, I'm not even interested in that feud. People said
Liv didn't even help in the finish with Raquel.
Am I being overdramatic?
No, Liv didn't even help with Raquel. She didn't.
The point of her even being out there. There was no point of her being out there.
So that Iyo could come out and fight.
Why
with her.
now with Raquel, though? Raquel should have actually won the world title against Stephanie when Stephanie was selling injuries. And then when Roxanne and Liv came out, interference, that was a perfect opportunity for Raquel to win, because Raquel could have been acting egotistical now, because after Liv was being leader, Raquel's going to be like, well, I'm the world champion now, so I'm the leader of this group kind of deal.
Yeah.
And not acknowledge Liv's help at all.
Why only Monday morning quarterback?
Lyra just turned heel. And she's not going to get a Women's Intercontinental Championship shot against
No.
And everyone's saying, shut up, why can't they do heel versus heel? It doesn't matter anymore. It's 2026. Heels versus heels can be fun as feuds. Raquel can just feud with all heels, because all heels have different alignments. I'm like, that's not what makes wrestling good. That's why wrestling sucks, because they don't know what a heel and face is anymore. Wrestling only works, for the most part, when it's good guy versus bad guy. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, when you're able to connect to the story. I mean, it doesn't always have to be good versus evil, but that usually is the most simplest form of it boiled down to that connects the most fans. It's what you can relate to. You want to pay to see the bad guy get their ass kicked.
Lyra Valkyria turning heel, though.
They had Lyra watching during a commercial break from the back. Like, that's what she's doing.
Barely been on TV after the beatdown of
Bailey
and writing her off, and Lyra hasn't been on there since, besides watching on a video screen. Yeah. And Lyra should have been in that spot, because she was actually starting a program with Sol Ruca. So what the fuck is Raquel winning the championship for? And people are like, I'm being hypocritical because I said I wanted Raquel to win against Stephanie, but that actually made sense for the story going in to WrestleMania.
Cody, I had people
Holy
arguing
shit.
with me saying,
I don't
what about
understand
Javon
you
versus
people.
Rusev? What about Ethan Page and Rey Mysterio? I'm like, those matches didn't get either of those participants over.
Ethan
Ethan
and
Page
Rey
beating
sounded
Ray
like-
did nothing for Ethan. It didn't. Ray looked
Ethan
like a
and Rey
chump.
looked like a house show match to me.
They all did.
Like,
Javon
what was that?
as well.
A suplex or whatever? I guess suplex says her. But Ethan Page like hit like a suplex and pinned him like it was a house show match, and it ended like a house show match. It was weird.
Yeah.
That
It was bizarre.
ending was anticlimactic. I'm
All of
sick
it
of
was,
the
the
Rusev and
entire
Javon
show.
Evans thing. Javon Evans should have probably been Intercontinental Champion by now.
And
The show
I'm sorry,
sucked,
but
and we are getting back to 2019 bad. And here's my main event.
The Joe Hendry Danhausen, I believe that you were cursed concert. Now,
Yeah. Yes.
I know you're
this
going to
is
tear
where
it,
I'm
tear
gonna
it
get.
apart, but here's the only thing I want to say. And it's not because I have a bias for WWE or towards WWE or against AEW. None of that. I explained it last night. I'm going to give you the super fast forward version of it for those that already heard it. I feel like the Joe Hendry and Danhausen thing didn't ruin anybody because it's kind of what you already expected or more of the same. Sadly, I'm not justifying it by any means, but no one there was buried. Judgment Day, they got the attack. Will Dom win Sunday? You're hearing rumors that that's the case. I love both of the two involved. Was it shit? Absolutely, but I don't feel like it ruined anyone's career. Danhausen is always one great segment away from recovery. Same thing with Joe Hendry being one great song. Judgment Day, that didn't hurt them by any means being involved in it. And Ryan Garcia, the homophobic racist himself, apparently, not even allegedly, like legitimately, this guy's a piece of shit. He was only involved because of Zuffa boxing. That makes the segment terrible, yeah. But I will say Sunday, with Mick Foley barking, that whole bow wow instead of bow down, bow wow wow bullshit, it made Mick untrustworthy. You're breaking up again, but it made Mick untrustworthy. He wasn't able to fucking ever be on the mic again without being like pre-taped, because they're going to be like, oh, is he going to go off and do his own thing? That was apparently all improv. That's why they were like kind of awkward laughing and not knowing what to do. He thought it would be funny. Yeah, you're better now. He did it for 29 seconds straight. Like, what the fuck? And it wasn't funny. No one laughed. And it wasn't even like so bad it's good. It was just humiliating. I was shocked. That's why I started to chuckle, because I was like, I cannot believe they had to forcibly air that
funny?
on paid television. It made the women's tag look bad.
This
It made
is
the
what I
women's
hate
division look
some about
bad.
some of
And it
the
made Nick look
reactors,
bad in
okay?
AEW. So
Let me tell you something about these WWE and wrestling reactors. No offense to some of them. I know you're on good terms with some of them, but the hypocrisy with some of you, y'all. Like Marissa and Johnny, that Make Yourself Famous podcast. Sometimes I like Con Man. He's a good dude, but sometimes you too, dude. You guys will laugh at. Well, he was not Con Man this time because he was enjoying. I saw the clip of him enjoying that Danhausen and Joe Hendry thing. So you got a pass on this one. But some of y'all, Wheezy, will laugh at Mick Foley for what he's doing, saying this is what makes wrestling good. I love comedy in wrestling. But then you'll go and bitch about the Joe Hendry and Danhausen thing and saying it's an embarrassment to wrestling. But then when other people compare AEW and WWE, you guys act like it's the worst thing ever. Why are you doing this to us? We hate it so much. Wheezy Blonde, you clown. That was you.
yes, celebrities have always been involved, but it's at such a deep level now. It used to be like, oh, look who's here, and they'd walk to the ring, or they'd be a guest timekeeper or something. You know, they'd be a featured
guest.
guest.
Did you make a video?
Well, we had the podcast discussing stuff, but yeah.
Can you give me a teaser on what he thought about the Danhausen Joe Hendry thing?
Oh no,
I want to know?
we didn't go ahead and him and I we didn't get to talk about Raw yet, but we have our SummerSlam discussion coming out. Not quite predictions; it's more of like encapsulating.
I need to know his opinions on Raw. If you can open this, Spaz, if you're watching somewhere, feel free to come in here. And I need to hear what you have to say about the Danhausen and Joe Hendry thing. Because
if anybody wants to tweet dear old Spaz, he's got a new Twitter on X. Speaking of, so go ahead, and it's in the chat right now. You can go ahead and help him out and the show by going ahead and sending him a tweet. It's at Spaz Phoenix Pod. on Twitter/X. And maybe add in Joe Hendry as well and tell them both come in here and defend themselves. But I'm dying to know what Spaz thought of Raw as well.
That was terrible. Was that 2019 Vince bad with Joe Hendry and Danhausen?
I don't think it was that bad because here's the thing. They put money into it, so they still believe in them. There was production. They had the organ, the dancers, you know what I mean? The lights, the LA cheerleaders. Like, they had the Minihausens back, so they had to fly these people out. It wasn't Foley barking in a chair making the tag division look like it shouldn't exist. I mean, that was embarrassing. This was just like basically his debut at Chamber all over again. That's what it was. It wasn't horrible. It just wasn't good. It wasn't. Joe Hendry is a really good lyricist as well as a great singer and dancer and all that. So having him chant the same 4 words is ridiculous. And it's catchy, yeah, but the crowd was a terrible crowd too all night. We said that. LA crowd barely reacted to most things. They didn't even give Liv Morgan a reaction. Never mind. So they weren't chanting along. They barely even chant Oba when he was coming out. This crowd was, and they were more packed in than the actual Netflix debut show in the same building.
LA crowds suck.
Fucking make it make sense. Ooh.
I believe that you are cursed.
Holy shit. Look at that. Casey dropping them in hard here. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate it greatly. My goodness.
Let's get into that now.
Damn,
before we get into our
thank you so much. Well, I've got things laid out nicely for us because you mentioned it earlier, and something I want to discuss is this. Triple H, for whatever reason, just decides to bring this up. You alluded to it. He said, I wish sometimes we could put that passion into, I can't do it, into the talent now as opposed to when somebody gets heat in our business. It's like, God, why would they write that way as opposed to, that's no good piece of crap did this. There's something to saying that innocence of not knowing it and still being real to me, damn it. But it is what it is. I love that. I love the hate. I love the love. It's all passion for what we do. And that shows me, and thank you again, Casey is Raw Gaming and Wrestling. Check him out on YouTube where streaming is available. He's basically saying that, hey, you know, you're not going along with the story and keeping up with kayfabe. You questioning me basically means you aren't a real fan in my eyes because I love the hate, I love the criticism, but you're not along for the ride. But here's the point. I'm not saying people weren't criticizing things during the Attitude Era. They were, but they also, a lot of times when things were really good, I know people always point to the Attitude Era. That's why it's such an easy, but it's easy to relate to. You could go to any month and find something that was great. Either a Raw, eventually when they premiered SmackDown later on, you know, all the pay-per-views you have to choose from, you're going to find something fantastic. Here's the thing, though. Even when things were bad, people weren't like, who booked this shit? It was a different feeling. Now things have gotten, even when it's ridiculous, like back then, like some of like the choppy pee-pee, the hand. When that happened, you didn't hear people being like, fucking Vince. It was like, what is this shit? This is ridiculous. But it wasn't fucking who wrote this. Now, yes, and people knew then that it wasn't real. Like it wasn't. It's because the disenfranchisement and the lack of level of storytelling and the repeat storytelling that they do. They always fall on these tropes of this worked once, so we're going to do it into the fucking ground. Nothing moves forward. Nothing advances. We're still on the goddamn bloodline. All these 6 years later for Roman. August 2020 this started. 6 years later. We're still doing this. You know, so Triple H saying like, you know, the innocence of not knowing. It's not a matter of not knowing. It's that everything is so money driven, not story driven. See, it used to be where Vince, love him or hate him, he had to have the best story possible, because if he didn't have the best story and matches to lead with, people didn't buy. Then it transitioned when TKO took over to them needing money to break. So
Lives Anarchy earlier. Do you think, or do you agree or disagree with it? I said it's half and half, right? I'm like, these wrestlers are actors, so like, you kind of have to blame them, because Liv said it herself. Like, if you're not given, if you can't make what they give you and try to make it at least somewhat good, maybe you're not good at your job.
Yeah, well, guess what? That song last Monday was somewhat good. It was catchy. It should have that should have been the chorus. There should have been a lot more to it. There should have been, but this was
the song, you were a song. Yeah, like I think it's
I believe
catchy.
you're a cuck.
I don't think it's a bad song. I believe that
you're a cuck.
See, people will get mad at me for saying that, but I think it is a catchy song.
Yeah. Oh, of course. They know what they're doing there. It's just
needed.
Too simple. And that was the problem. Yeah. And it didn't go anywhere except for them looking like morons. And people are tired of Danhausen and Joe Hendry looking like idiots. The weigh-in was stupid.
Do you agree with my take?
Absolutely. It's not just one specific thing. The wrestlers at times... you have to blame the talent as well. Like, sure, when they're given shit, you're just going to have a shit smile, but at least we know you're trying. There are times where you get certain talents where they're given something and you can tell they got that, boo-boo face on where they don't want to go through with it, and we see it. So it goes both ways. It's not all Triple H, but a lot of it isn't the booking. Yes, we see the writer's room in Unreal, and I know that's fake as well, but
all about her. That's why I don't want to make it all about her, but these Liv fans are getting mad at Triple H. I'm like, who's the biggest Triple H defender out of them all?
It's
your
Liv,
favorite.
and who's Liv's biggest supporter? It's Triple H. Triple H right here says Liv, on the other hand, is a pit bull. She's tenacious. When she wants something, she does everything in her power to get it. And that's not a compliment anymore. She's stepping on and over people, cutting down whoever, destroying friendships, whatever, to get this job done. And now you see it especially with all the call-outs, and she was so supportive of the LGBTQ plus community and raising money that was never proven to be donated and all of these things. And then she takes a staunch turn to basically support someone that has family that runs and supports, a church that
when they found out that her best friend is gay and her stylist is.
And can be cured.
That's what that person found out. Her best friend is gay and her stylist is, and that's what you're going to date. That seems a little weird.
It doesn't line up with the values because she doesn't have any. It's a whole grift thing. Yep. I'm going to go with whatever is popular at the time so I look the best. I don't actually have any convictions or morals. He said she scratched and clawed and bled and everything else, fought through injuries to get here. She's not about to let that go away. I'm not saying she's not determined, she's not strong, but there's also when you do it without conviction or morals after enough time, it starts to show, and the legitimate fans are growing tired of it. I know she has her army of staunch supporters, but even they can't justify truly why they feel the way they do. Because when you break it down with logic, they either go, oh, okay, and they move on, or they just block you. They can't respond because... Yep. She's had the title for over 100 days, and again, just like her response to everything else, hoes mad. How do you feel about
That's the same thing. That's what someone on TikTok, right? I sent.
Yeah,
said,
you're being blamed for supporting a conversion camp after taking money from LGBTQ supporters. What do you have to say? Hoes mad. That's a great look. Oh, but she's making people mad. She's staying in character. People want her to continue kayfabe. Right. Come on.
What do you think about her saying I don't need it when people are trying to ask her to address the title? I know it's not all her fault, but because that's the person the point made earlier.
But part of it is unwillingness to work with others as well. We hear now. So is it her being picky and deciding who she can work with? And do they come and say, "Hey, you were going to face Lyra," and I don't want to, kind of thing? You never know. You never know what's true because you hear so many things and so many moving parts. But if she's this close with Triple H, it could be true. Certainly.
She
We do
said,
have a poll
I don't
going in the
have to
chat, too.
defend
What are
the
you more
title
looking
because
forward
I'm
to, night 1 or
iconic.
2? Yeah.
And people are like, see, she's just being a heel. I'm like, then you're like, but that's an actual issue for the women's division. You're complaining about women not getting enough wrestling matches, and that's it's a lazy excuse, though. You're defending lazy logic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not stupid. We get, it's a heel thing, but it's such a lazy excuse.
So, one of the other things that you and I have been discussing, we are going to get into our SummerSlam expose here, but a lot of people are discussing that there's going to be supposed evidence coming out eventually, soon enough, about someone higher up in TKO either discussing or outright asking Vince his thoughts on returning to creative, not as an on-screen role, but as a creative consultant, because they feel like things aren't going in a positive direction right now. They wanted to charge UFC level prices, and now the prices have had to be slashed into fractions of what they were charging just weeks ago. Look at SummerSlam,
I want to get into that.
$25 sales.
About SummerSlam. Like, you saw that with WrestleMania, and I think because WrestleMania had issues with selling tickets, and I think when they're like, all right, we can get the ticket prices out of you, so we're going to make it up with sponsors. That's why I think people are fearful again that SummerSlam is going to be like WrestleMania with all the ads, because they had the lower ticket prices again. And how are we going to make that up? We're going to make it up with sponsors.
Yeah, and the last report that I saw, they literally have between 9 and 7,000 for each night. So 9,000 plus and 7,000 plus for each night after having the $25 ticket extravaganza. You know, so
do you think
do you
think they're going to make that up by throwing in a bunch of sponsors on the show again and cutting matches?
No, I think no matter what, so long as they got people in the building, they're not getting the money they want, but they're getting the money they need. So they're going to be covered. And really, they just needed to get people in there. And Vince knew that. You know, people are going to eat, drink, and be merry once they're there. They're going to buy merch. You rarely ever get anybody that goes to a wrestling show that doesn't buy something. Am I wrong?
No. Like,
I mean, I'm not just talking concessions. I'm talking T-shirts or merchandise. It's just wrestling fans go there to buy shit. That's what happens. Yep. And if it is true about Vince, I mean, it's funny now. You hear more reports lately coming out about Vince. And why would now be the time? Well, because the Janelle Grant case that everybody thinks, oh, she's just after the money. She could have gotten this money forever ago and settled and gone through private arbitration. She fought as long as she could.
Some of these news articles aren't telling, like, details.
They find ways to word it very anti-Janelle. It's very pro-Vince,
then they don't, like, show, like, the other side of the messages, and it's weird.
And the thing is, no, it wasn't criminal, but he already agreed to his wrongdoing, had her sign the NDA. The only reason he stopped paying is because he thought she emailed the board this information. She never did. She never broke the NDA. Someone was out to make money off of her name. And a lot of people think most of the board under oath testified they thought it was who? You don't remember?
Was it the game? Stephanie?
No, it was... Nick Khan. Yeah, that's right. Got to shorten that down, but Nick Khan. I mean, come on.
Stan Piker, I'm coming to kill you!
Regardless.
I wouldn't be surprised if he knew something about it.
So Vince, now we hear, was ready to bury Gunther. Remember when Gunther lost the IC title at Mania and we were headed into that summer? Yep. Vince was apparently very mad at R-Truth when he had a segment with Gunther, when he had a segment with R-Truth. So he despised Gunther from there on out. It was Uncle Sam's 4th of July celebration, leading to Gunther decimating Truth in a quick squash match. In a report from WrestleVotes via Give Me Sport, it was revealed that for whatever reason, McMahon disliked the segment so much that he wanted to send Gunther back to NXT after burying him. He was basically done with him and wanted him out of the company, or at least out of his hands. So had the allegations not come out just a month later in the summer of 2022, Creative would have been seeing Gunther back in NXT. So funny how Vince gets a bug up his ass, and that's
I'm surprised he didn't
matters.
like Gunther, though, with the look. kind of surprised because he thinned himself out a little too. Like he has like that look Vince would like. No,
you would think, but let's go ahead before we get into our predictions here, and we're gonna rapid fire through some moments.
One more thing, I'm surprised. Like a guy Vince didn't like, LA Knight, like just his charisma and he's kind of jacked. I'm surprised Vince never liked him.
Makes you think, why didn't he like LA Knight? Always made me wonder. Indeed. Yeah, I'm sorry, we're already in the transition. You can't stop it once it starts. It's like that choo-choo train.
Everybody's saying, yeah.
Can't stop them. But let's go ahead and check out the top 10 of 20 SummerSlam moments. Honorable mention, they're saying, what was the best SummerSlam main event of all time? What do you think it was, Cody? On the spot. Honorable mention, John Cena, CM Punk, number 11. Main event. Out of all the SummerSlams, what is the best main event?
Who's this article from, though? Like
Bleacher Report. Let me go ahead and widen this out some.
That's why I'm worried about them, though, because are they going to go something old school, or are they going to
I have not finished it past this. I paused here. I wanted to be surprised with you on this list. I know another list, but not this one.
Is this number 1 or is this 10? Are we?
This is number 11. We're heading into number 10.
Number 11.
So this is our. We're not going all the way through 20. This is our guesstimate here.
I'm going to say something more recent here. Maybe I'm wrong. But is it the Roman and Brock 2022?
That's what you think number 1 is? I'm not sure. We'll get there, but I just wanted you to lock it in now. My guess is John Cena, Daniel Bryan.
Ooh.
Where he ended up losing the title afterwards and got cashed in on. That's my guess for number 1. So, let's see. Is it Roman and Brock or not? Number 10 is The Rock and Brock Lesnar, as Milo continues to whine over here about his ball. Go play. Is mommy home? She's coming. See? That'll get him excited for a minute. Or I just go ahead and I tell him that Tucker the squirrel is here. You saw Tucker shaking his ass in the window today, right?
It was beautiful.
His little shithead self. He was very funny, but I'll have to pull it up after safely and show Tucker off as he teases Milo. A lot of people weren't believing me, but I did send you proof. He goes over and he toys with the dog and he taps on the window when he wants food. It's quite hilarious. I named him Tucker. Number 10, Rock and Brock. I believe that. Number 9, Shawn Michaels and Vader. Stupid. Oh. Great one to bring up. Classic just because of what it did for each other's careers. Shawn continued to ascend and Vader got buried bad there.
Yeah.
Sadly, no, really, he did, because Shawn was a prick and terrible to work with, and he felt like Vader didn't remember one move, and he basically screwed him. Number 8, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, where he flips it. Number 8, 2022. You were close. Hey, you're still on the top 10, but number 8. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you. Number 7. Jeff Hardy, Druggy Hardy, taking on Sober Punk.
Right? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That was good.
Number 6, Cody Rhodes against John Cena last year. Interesting. I'll take that. Let's see what else we got. Number 5. It's Brock, it's Braun, it's Roman, it's Samoa Joe from 2017, right after Great Balls of Fire, where Joe fought
that better than
Brock.
Is that better than Cody and Cena?
No, not to me. But Cody and Cena was really good. The whole stage moment was so classic, coming up to Cody Vader. Like, there's a lot of great moments. And especially because John
to be there for that.
Just turned face, like,
yeah,
you got to see it in person. This was a cool match, but I don't think it should be that high on the list. Number 4, last year as well, Gunther and CM Punk.
Really?
All right. Yeah, they're saying that's number 4. I mean, it was a good match, but I don't think
if it's a top 5 though.
They're going bananas with that one. Let's see. Brett and the British Bulldog from '92.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, damn good match. Arguably most synonymous with SummerSlam, of course. I just always overlook it because it's just not one of my personal favorites. It's a really good wrestling match, no doubt. But I never cared for, personally, the British Bulldog. I just didn't like him. I like Bret Hart, but...
Not a fan. Bret Hart's amazing.
That
but
was disappointing.
give me more number one matches that you would personally pick over this.
Number 3 was indeed Undertaker and Edge. Number 2 was my pick, Bryan and Cena. And number 1, Bret and the British Bulldog.
You like Bryan and Cena over British Bulldog and Bret Hart?
Yes. I feel like that was... I know, well, because Wembley was huge for WWE in that point in time for SummerSlam. It really was a massive moment. It can't be overlooked, but it's still like...
Yeah.
One of the other things you wanted to discuss, which we'll get into for our SummerSlam predictions, but as far as SummerSlam itself goes, they're not turning CM Punk heel. They only have this SmackDown to do so anyways, but reportedly...
They need to turn Cody Rhodes heel.
Punk pitched backstage when this match was going to take place. He wanted to be the heel. He wanted to be Terry Funk and his dad to be Dusty. Or Cody to be his dad, Dusty. You get my point? It's tired in here. They said no. TKO said Punk is way too over right now. Don't expect to turn heel. Cody...
Punk plays an amazing heel.
But here's the thing. I believe this wholeheartely. I could be a fool. This could be bullshit. I could be way off. I've told you this... back at the press conference for 2020? We weren't even doing solo streams or anything. I was still on the previous channel. And I said they owe Cody because first he was supposed to go heel, not Cena. But the year before they owed him because essentially they took away his match and he ended up getting it through the tag match, with The Rock. But The Rock took his match at first. Like if the fans didn't revolt, he was fucked. So he was always of the mindset they owe him. All he has to do is just say when, and he can turn heel. I truly believe that he made a deal with the devil, essentially, because they knew they were fucked, and they're like, well, so at some point... so they're saying if anybody turns heel, it's going to be Cody.
And I hope so. And it wouldn't make sense for Punk to turn heel now because... he's making it crystal clear, I'm not going to stab you in the back. I'm going to stab you in the front. So Cody Rhodes needs to be the one to do the backstabbing.
And I think Cody would be the one to turn heel, and this report makes sense if all he has to do is say when. Triple H also addressed the house show dilemma. He said it's a tough mix because live events are so important for the talent to get their reps in, especially in NXT, but he said... the physicality has increased so much in the business that you're trying to draw the line between the guys are on the road all the time or not enough. Like, what's the right percentage? And he's like, plus, we have a generation that wants to give back. They want to go to house shows. They want to do these extra matches. They want to see more fans. But he said, we're also not selling enough tickets, especially the NXT side of things. So they have an event in Springfield, Illinois, Thursday night, in advance of SummerSlam where CM Punk and Cody Rhodes take on Gunther and Sami Zayn. Like, you already saw it, but still, that's fun for a house show stuff. You saw Cody and Punk fighting, and Danhausen, after coming out in shower garb, just like MSG, comes out to save the day. So
you think Cody's turning heel, though?
I think it will probably be the case.
I don't care about house shows anymore. I'm done with the house show shit.
Did you see the Grayson Waller?
CM Punk
That's what I want to know. Yes, I did. I saw that. That was very funny. That did make me chuckle with Danhausen being, in a towel. Never not a funny moment, and especially because he's friends with all of them, it makes it even better. Now,
see, that stuff's comedic. But I did see the Grayson Waller promo.
I mean, he's always been great on the mic. He is what a heel should be. He could make the fans legitimately mad at him while still booing him and caring and have a reaction. He does that so goddamn well. John Cena shouts out Grayson Waller and basically says that, He cut this blistering promo. Cena said that, effort plus authenticity equals respect. Grayson Waller has found his why. Eager to see why he does this. Fuck your why, Cena, and all your unreal shit.
So,
no?
Is this going to lead to something, though? Because this needs to lead to more. And I think this needs to happen on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown with how bad those shows have been.
Yes,
this is where I miss like a Kevin Owens. I just want like this to happen on a Raw or SmackDown, calling out Triple H, and like you need to have all of this because this would be good for who would this be good for? Someone like in the women's division on the opposite side, right? Because how they're being treated, it's like the opposite issue on the main roster. So you need someone on like the main roster to come out and
to be the yin and the yang to everything else. Absolutely. And look at this, Triple H, I can't play it, but he's going on and on and on here about how Liv is just the best thing since sliced bread. And oh boy, she's going to steal the show this weekend at SummerSlam.
Each other's ass every day.
Everything, this is on ESPN, with Rosenberg, and everything he's talking about, look, is just Liv, 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 Liv. Liv is great. Liv is amazing. Liv is perfect. I love Liv. Do you love Liv? We like Liv. Liv.
And then these Liv fans tried to say that Triple H hates her.
Like, help me here. What am I missing? Why is it this way? Am I crazy? Are we taking crazy pills? No, but you should go ahead and hit the like button. Turn that bell on for all notifications because we're going to be live all weekend long for SummerSlam.
Didn't they say Triple H hated her, though? I'm sorry. Remind me.
What's that?
Didn't they say Triple H hated her?
You would think so, but apparently not. That's not the case.
Yeah.
They said over and over that she was hated, but we
never heard such a thing. If you defend Triple H, you're a moron, and who's Triple H's biggest defender? That's where they don't realize sometimes.
Yeah, they don't get it, Cody, but we get it. Defend Liv. Defend Liv.
You kind of were like that against some of them. You're like, okay.
Of all time.
Then you were like, okay, now whoever defends Triple H is an idiot. Then you show Liv always defending Triple H, and then they ignore it.
Yeah.
So you call Liv an idiot?
That messed me up a little bit. Sorry.
They're calling her an idiot, right? They said whoever defends Triple H.
I think that's exactly what they're doing here, and what are we going to do with the idiots? But it happens. That's what happens. I think we need to take a very quick sanity break, my friend. Every now and again, you just need something to make you happy, right?
You know it.
And Milo, shut the fuck up. God, love that dog. So now let's go ahead and as we step in the $10 billion studio, let's look at my amazing dog Milo. Fuck with Tucker the squirrel.
The squirrel. He's not running away. He's not afraid.
See him? He's in the window.
There's a barrier.
I couldn't get it in time, but he taps on the window for us to feed him, and that's what I was trying to record.
He's just eating, hanging out. Hi, Trevor. Hi, Trevor.
Trevor. Sorry, that one's Trevor. We got Trevor, Tucker, Chasworth. Chasworth is funny.
Came to say hi to me. I don't have any
Gus.
friends.
Could be Gustafer or Gustine. Look at him shake his ass.
What's new? You're old.
He's eating.
What?
See, Milo's eating. He knew what he wanted. And then Liz showing off her amazing gameplay skills. Go check her out on twitch.tv/DJAnime2016. But my wife originally turned the yard into a mini Disney Kingdom forest. So, I mean, you see all of the animals there. They have their little picnic table. Sorry, that's Tucker.
Food left. I put
Trevor was the one in the front. Milo's very upset because they ate it all. There's just so it's like that when the princess summons her little furry critter minions, that's what this has turned into. But you can see Milo very teased.
What? They're eating their breakfast.
And Trevor.
They're eating their breakfast. They're at the window hanging out. Leave them be. I just fed them.
They're eating peanut butter and bread sandwiches.
Can you be nice to the squirrel brother and sisters? Look at that butt. Look at that squirrel butt. Look at that.
Look at that squirrel butt.
That's a juicy butt.
Milo was not amused, Cody. He was not amused. That's our feel-good moment of the day because you know why, my friend? We're going to lay it on thick here. Not only are we going to be live in the Discord all weekend, nights 1 and 2 for SummerSlam, but then we're going to be reviewing both nights as well. So we're going to be live for hours and hours. It's going to be great. Join us in the Discord this weekend. Watch the show, hang out, and Tony Khan pays you to say bad things about Liv and Triple H. I wish. Oh my God. Cody, if we were getting paid, did I lose Cody?
No, you did not.
Oh, I thought you fell down a hole again. Oh my goodness, I got nervous. Yeah, no, if we were getting paid, woof, Lisa Perez, T3X, I appreciate you being here. No, if we were getting paid by Tony Khan, that would be amazing. That would be absolutely incredible. Tony hasn't answered any of my DMs recently. The last time he answered me was like 4 weeks ago. It's pretty sad. But thank you for stopping by.
I contradict myself and I'm a hypocrite because if Tony wants to pay us, I'll say Dynamite.
I would. What? Who sucks? Fed sucks.
Pretend you were getting paid by Tony Khan right now. Just pretend you were getting paid by Tony Khan right now. Okay. What are your thoughts on AEW tonight? Practice.
Let's see. All right. Boy. Vince was right. All right, I did it. I got it. Okay, cool. Where's that paycheck? AEW is where the best wrestle? We're being sued. Damn it. Well, we were close. ESPN is refusing to air the first hour of SummerSlam for free because their data showed that it actually kind of hurt things. People would tune in droves and then not tune over. And anytime it aired on cable, people just wouldn't go ahead and find their way over to the app. So they're trying to pivot their content strategy with WWE by neglecting to have the trial for the 2-night formula back in Minneapolis. Hey, if it's not working, sure. I thought it was kind of silly anyways, because most times for Mania and whatnot, they put some of the main matches that people were really interested in, like Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar, that was on for free. Kind of ridiculous. I don't argue with that, though. Yeah. Triple H offers a major update about Brock Lesnar, saying that if he wants to continue, he can. It's all up to Brock, but I have a feeling we're going to find out in real time live in Minnesota what the future will hold. If there's a way to get it done, WWE will get it done. So it sounds like, truthfully,
I'm afraid that this Hell in a Cell match is going to be nothing.
It might not be much. I don't think that they're going to go ahead and really do much with the cell. They might throw each other into it. They might hit each other with the stairs, maybe a table, but we'll get into that shortly. Here's Roman Reigns' upcoming schedule, Cody. We've got him announced for the Monday after SummerSlam Night 2, right there in Des Moines, Iowa. Then the 17th, so 2 weeks later, he'll be in Buffalo. 2 weeks after that, he'll be at the taping in Cleveland for, what is that, Labor Day, right? And then Monday, September 14th, so 2 weeks after that, he'll be in Mexico City. Then he won't be back till October the 5th in St. Louis. And then he's going to be October 10th at Money in the Bank in New Orleans. So it seems like he's still going to be holding that title based on the schedule they have here. But that's the plan going forward, where they'll have him and the OTC live in a city near you. Like, I get they're trying to push tickets, but it also ruins the idea of any possibility that he could show up at any point in time, right? It feels like they just ruin any and all surprise when they post things like that. I guess this is for younger kids, Cody, but I don't know why this was on your wish list. You wanted the new Raw Playmobil Seth Rollins CM Punk set, the one from the debut of Netflix, Raw Netflix. Cody? Uh-oh. Well, this was on Cody's wish list. We seem to have lost him. Hopefully he didn't hear about Liv blocking him and he didn't have a heart attack. But look at this thing. It's a ring, and action figures, they look a lot different compared to when I was a kid. I mean, that CM Punk is kind of a pretty cool Lego thing. I could tell that's Punk. I didn't quite know that was Rollins, but you look closer, if you hit one of his abs, it goes, meh. So I figured that out. Look, they even have a diversity hire cameraman. And it actually says that on the product listing. That's not me saying that. For ages 5 to 99. Okay. All right. If you say so. This line brings an excitement of WWE to life with Playmobil. So it's $50? What?
Can you hear me?
$50? That's insane. Let's pretend like we can't hear him now at all. I mean, like, that's nuts. $50 for this playset. I mean, like, what are they thinking? I can't even... Does the ring collapse? Does it have speakers that when you put their foot on the little metal piece, does it play the entrance music? Like, where is the cool shit? Table splits in 2 parts for jaw-dropping moments, then reassembles. Oh, fuck me. No, that's great. You can even position wrestlers in the front of the Raw wall for ultimate display. It says, figures can hold on to the ring ropes for authentic detail. Holy shit. That is crazy. Hopefully Cody gets his stuff figured out and he can... Do I keep it going? Cody! When he comes back. Let's see if he can hear me. Cody? Cody?
Are we good now?
Yes, we are good. You can be heard. Thankfully.
I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, I didn't know why you wanted me to buy you a $50 playset, but... Babe, I'm sorry about all the charges. He picked out a bunch of Playmobil Raw collector's sets. He wants Punk to sign them, so he's going to follow him to the airport.
I did not say that.
That's what your text said.
Well, you said you were
paying you to go to the airport. Yeah, all right, you got me. Yeah, I wanted to get some signs. So, last thing that we have to bait the people in on, because you and I had a kind of fun discussion on this. I mean, we covered Liv in full. We covered her fully. We covered the news on Liv fully. We talked about Grayson Waller. We talked about Rey Mysterio's daughter. We talked about Raw. The only thing we didn't talk about is that nasty fog, that terrible fog and that awful weather. You and I were trying to break this down before. Milo wasn't happy. Let's go ahead and see here what I'm talking about, because Conor McGregor came out now.
This should be interesting.
And he said the dry ice had the cage floor wet. It's a no contest now. See you next year.
Ooh.
100%. Now, I will tell you this. My mom used to run that theater camp. We used fog machines. I own a fog machine downstairs still. I've used dry ice a ton of times. Fog machines, you can make chill, so you can stuff the hoses full of ice and make it ground fog. Or if you have dry ice, it'll settle lower to the ground. But when that evaporates, it's all moisture that just falls, so everything is slick. I don't know that he's wrong, because when you watch some of the playback, and I got to be careful of the fight itself here, but you see him come and he steps, and then he does slip when he lands here. He slides. And people are like, oh, maybe his feet were sweaty. Maybe don't make a huge jump and all these things. But you see him slip each time that he does these F-ups. So it's kind of interesting. That's right there. He slid as he fell. So people are saying maybe there is something to it, and I don't know. It seems like a bit of an out. I would just accept the loss, say I was injured, and move on and try to make a comeback, But it's not the first time this happened, and it's not the first time it happened against this fighter. Do I think there's a possibility to it? Certainly, but You know, there wasn't an issue the other way around, so
Like,
McGregor lost.
Yeah, that's true because it would have been an issue for both.
Holloway
I
didn't
do
have
see
an
his
issue
point.
slipping around, but he also didn't run out like a freaking baboon, you know, trying to clear
Those
the forest.
fog machine things are Undertaker's complained about them before.
So
Like,
many
too,
stars
like,
have
I
Triple
know.
H. You get
Because,
burnt by it.
saying
You
how
can
hot
get,
they are.
Yeah, it's miserable because you go and expect it to be cold, but you put your hand in there and it feels like you're sticking your arm into a rainforest. It's just wet, heavy, dense air. It feels like you're playing with a cloud. Basically, it's nuts, but you got to be careful with it. So I think it's a
Because
bit
it's
of an
supposed to look
excuse,
chilling, but it's actually the opposite.
it's supposed to look eerie. I'll never forget my uncle got married on Halloween, and he did it was a themed wedding, so it was a costume wedding on Halloween night, but it was a specific like time era, so it was Robin Hood was the theme. And so everyone had to dress up like, you know, like fair maiden prince and princesses and like elaborate gowns and dresses. And so it was like that type of Renaissance era thing. And they had all like hay area for photos. So you can get on hay bales and all those things. And to the right of it, they had the dry ice. So it would like come over behind the hay and come up underneath it for photos. And I ended up being an idiot, and I was rolling in the hay, and I got burnt both from the dry ice, and then I broke out with hives from the hay. So I was just like engulfed and swollen and miserable, and it was awful. Yeah.
Just love it, huh?
Danhausen is
Gotta love
cursing
it.
everybody. So he's, you know, I see Danhausen just not stopping.
Curse the Mets. That one still didn't work.
Mm-hmm. We'll see what happened. He might be losing again next year. He did curse Connor.
Do we just ignore that one?
He did curse Connor. NXT
Did
this
he?
Tuesday is going to be a big night. Candice Gray taking on Lola Vice in that underground match. We got the NXT tag team titles on the line. NQCC against the Vanity Project. Ren Sinclair against Zarya, the women's North American champion for the speed title. Fuck me, I don't want to see that thing. Jada Parker, Thea Hale taking on the
Wozers.
Dungeon. So if Sinclair beats Zarya, she gets a title shot at Zarya's North American championship. So going to be a busy night. We'll be there for Raw. Big Cass's debut Monday. We'll be live in the Discord all weekend. Cody.
Is Enzo going to be a surprise or?
I think so. How could he not be? I think that's going to be the thing. Cass is going to come out on his own. People might even chant Enzo, but it'll and then it'll lead to because how could you not? Realistically, how could you not?
You can't just have him debuting.
They
on his
can't
own.
just
They need to be a
have
pair.
big ass back.
Big
Remember that?
ass is
Big
back.
ass. That's right. Pico brought that. I remember when the Titantron. What a blunder.
Big bad ass.
Now,
The ass is back.
would you like to see what AI predicted for SummerSlam?
This should be good.
Because
I'm
they
ready.
think that Ilya Dragunov is going to beat Gunther up after Nick Aldis is beaten by Gunther. That's how they think Ilya comes back. They think that Nikki's going to turn on Paige, and AJ Lee will make the save to set up a tag match between the Bellas, AJ, and Paige.
That could be a good one.
AI thinks that Roxanne is going to betray Liv Morgan and Iyo Sky wins the women's world title because Roxanne doesn't have a title and is the one that's pissed off. So now she will go ahead and they predicted a masked attacker twist, basically. And then they said Randy Orton cost Cody the championship, and that's how Punk wins.
Well, they're probably already booking better than this creative team we got here.
Interesting. Here we go, Liz, chiming in.
As a matter of fact, I have a lot of retarded fans out there.
SummerSlam weekend.
Woo! Yes, it is. DJ Anime 2016 dropping the love, dropping the knowledge, saying it's SummerSlam weekend. And this Friday, we're having our group community predictions. Liz herself, DJ Anime 2016 from Twitch, will be there. It's going to be amazing. Bunch of special guests. People will be dropping in all night long. Looking forward to hearing what the public has to say. If you want to join, you can join in the Discord. Either find that in the chat or in the description box. Where, Cody? Down below. Yeah, below.
Not there. What are you touching?
No, me.
Not that down below.
Below me. It's below me, Court.
No, that's...
Oh, see, I even said it that way because it's such a habit, you know?
Oh, Jesus. That's not what we meant.
No, it's what I meant. I didn't stutter. All right, fine. All right. Human Monies on a Poll is going to open the second night, is my guess. But what do you think is opening the first? To me, I still think it's going to be Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi. And thank you again to Liz for being the biggest donor of the night.
I hope that's when they go to ESPN Unlimited, because then we can.
They're not. There's no unlimited. No unlimited at all. They're just having SummerSlam.
The entire thing's going to be on regular ESPN?
You were unfortunately cut out before, but yeah, we did. I should say I talked about it. Well, we had to fix your technology, but yes, they did not announce who's opening yet, but there is no first hour free on ESPN. They actually were losing viewers because people would either see the match they want or would not be enticed enough to keep watching. As were some people. They either wanted to see a certain match.
Is the entire thing on ESPN, or is the entire thing on Unlimited?
It's on ESPN Unlimited. You got to pay to see it. But we'll have it on the Discord, and we'll be watching it together with everybody. But here's the thing. So I get it, because if you didn't pay for the pay-per-view, you don't have any allegiance to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I paid $20 for a pay-per-view, you know, and I'm like, well, at least I got to see what happens to get my money's worth. And you end up watching it most times. Like, even when shit was really bad back in the day, the pay-per-views were $50. And I was like, well, that's why I love the network. $9.99. Oh my God, you get every pay-per-view for $9.99 a month. I couldn't believe it because I missed a bunch of them and had to stream them because it was too expensive. Some months had 2 pay-per-views. And then when they had the brand split again, it was like 3 every now and again. It's $150 a month just to watch WWF/E/ECW/ all that jazz. Way too expensive. That was a problem that TNA was having kind of currently, and they have TNA Plus and all that, but it adds up quick. So nothing's on ESPN. It's all unlimited. You have to pay to watch full pay-per-view, but they view it differently because there's a whole feature.
I'm lucking out then. I don't like the 3 hour.
I think Brock Lesnar, Oba Femi open. I don't think they have a full time limit. I think it's going to be like 3 hours, 25 minutes a night-ish. I think we're going to get like a half an hour for each segment by the time they do a recap, the entrances, all that.
I think we're going to open with a world title match. I could be wrong because they've done this before at SummerSlam with the women, especially. I think we could open with Liv and Iyo.
Okay, so then let's go right for that. What do you think is going to happen?
Because
Liv, Iyo.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Last year, check that. I think night 1 last year and like the year before, all women's world title matches to open up the show. So I don't know if they're following that tradition, but. Liv, Iyo, we're going first.
Did you just instruct me to check that?
Yeah.
You better check yourself before you wreck yourself, because no, hold on, I think you're on to something. Let's see here. Where is it?
I'm talking about night 1, just like
yeah. So
because I know night 2 that
night 1 opened with Roman and Jey taking on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Then it went into Alexa and Charlotte against the Judgment Day. Night 2 opened with Naomi defeating Rhea and Iyo.
That's what I forgot which one was which.
So you're not wrong. One of the nights did open with the Women's World Championship.
In 2024, I believe it opened with the.
So Nate, he might be onto something. We'll have to see, though. I want to know, what do you think is going to happen in this? But I'm actually going to go first briefly because I think it's going to be very simple.
Let me hear it.
Now, because Raquel won the title, I'm not entirely convinced wholeheartedly anymore that Io's winning.
I think the opposite, actually.
Yeah, I was so sold on Liv losing here, but now that Raquel has a title, it almost feels like, hey, but I think that's going to play into the story. But it's weird because they're playing with that
curse still, no?
That's what I was going to bring up. If it wasn't for the curse, so I think what's going to happen is Io's still going to win, and Liv's issue is she's not going to have a title. Raquel will have a title, and I think it's going to be Roxanne that
you get what I'm
accidentally costs her. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Io wins. What do you think?
Yeah, and I think Roxanne is probably more loyal to Raquel than Liv anyway. And I think that Liv is also Liv is going to lose. And I think Raquel's going to be the one with the title now. So things are going to change around there. And I think it's going to make Raquel start acting like the leader a bit. And Liv's not going to be liking getting bumped down the rails here, right? Saying like what she has to do now and being told what to do. So it's going to cause some friction and tension again with the Judgment Day. And I think Raquel being the champion instead of Liv is going to piss off Liv, because Liv always talked about her friends were never jealous that she's champion, but at the end of the day, she's going to be the one jealous that they're succeeding when
all
she's
they've
not.
done is support her, and she's going to be like, oh, I should be champ, like that kind of shit. So I think she's cursed.
So I think that feud's going to turn into an Intercontinental Championship feud. I think Raquel and Liv's going to be an Intercontinental Championship
I think you're right.
down the line.
And eventually Stephanie returns. She can fight Liv another day. It doesn't have to. Or they could fight without the title, really.
So who goes face, though? Last prediction there. Raquel and Rox go face? Or?
I would assume Raquel does. I think Liv's going to stay heel now.
That's what,
that ship of her being face sailed during the return to me.
Yeah, and like she's getting so she's losing. They were wrong. Like and I'm glad she's gonna stay a heel, because it's just gonna keep failing, and we're gonna laugh.
Exactly. But it's just not great, sadly. But we line up on that. Iyo wins. I think
I'm glad that you caught that. I did you think I was going for there when I said
No, that's why I wanted to go first on this one. I don't know. I assume some of your choices, but I don't. We haven't discussed any of them, so that's why I wanted you and I not to just have like straight up predictions either, because that's what we'll do more on Friday. But like, I like the idea of like, well, okay, if Liv wins, this is how it plays out, and I don't see it working because then her and Raquel are champs. Okay. So what? Roxanne's jealous.
We need a hypothetical universe where Liv wins. So how does that?
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Liv also wins.
How? It feels sloppy, and then Raquel's no longer the focus. It's back on Liv. If she wasn't cursed, I would say she has a chance to hold on to the belt. Oh boy.
I think if what's that? Am I robotic again?
We heard half of that. You might have to...
It's downpouring where I'm at, so I think...
I know, it is. You might have to leave the call. Turn off your Wi-Fi. Make sure you close down all your programs. Then turn your Wi-Fi back on. Then join back in. What that does is it resets your server. Oh, while it's all closed out, turn on airplane mode after you turn off the Wi-Fi.
I'm not fucking with you for once. That's actually how you do it.
After I turn off the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, so you're gonna turn off the Wi-Fi, leave Discord, turn everything off, turn on airplane mode, turn that off, turn the Wi-Fi back on, and rejoin. And when it does, is it resets your IP and all that jazz. All right, we'll be right back with Cody, but we should have our Cody's tech segment and we're back. So I like you got to turn off Pornhub. That's drawing all the bandwidth. Liv and Iyo, though, Io's got to win. If Liv takes the title, I don't see a way for this to really hold water, honestly. You got to find out what's hogging all your data, all your bandwidth. And last time it was, I had it written on the sticky note, she-male horse. Hey, there we go. I was talking about the she-male horse site.
No, don't talk about that.
With all the data sucking. You said it was sucking, and I was like, oh, all your data, gotcha. And you were like, yes, the sucking. And I was like, oh, the data, gotcha. So Gunther.
And you brought me to this website where there was different kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, the auto blow is a beautiful thing. It's my wife's favorite. She said it saved her jaw. Nick Aldis taking on Gunther. I'm excited for this, and it all depends on what does the future hold. Do we have more from Nick Aldis? Does a loss hurt Nick Aldis? And does Gunther absolutely need to win? I say, yes, we want more. No, it doesn't hurt Nick Aldis to lose here. I imagine Gunther will cheat in some way, shape, or form. I don't anticipate Ludwig Kaiser
more losing than Nick Aldis.
Yeah, I don't picture anybody getting involved during or after. I think these two are going to have a very great, strong style beat-em-up brawl that's heavy-handed, just like him and Ilya had back in the Walter days of NXT UK. I would love to see Nick Aldis win, but I think Gunther's going to choke him out after a low blow or something mischievous and devious from the heel. So we're going to see Gunther beat Nick. We might even see them face off again, but this is not the last from Nick Aldis either.
Yeah, Gunther needs to win now because he's been losing lately. He's
lost so much, and he's supposed to be the career killer, and everything that's happened. He needed Braun Breaker at Mania to beat, like all of this. Gunther can lose, and I would love it for it to happen, but I feel like that is so damaging to the career killer to lose against the GM who hasn't wrestled in years. It's not like, Nick Aldis is 39, he's only a year older.
Going back to the GM role?
That's up in the air as well. Apparently they've been looking for replacements. And they've been thinking about having AJ Styles in that role. Yeah. So.
Planning this to be a full-time wrestler.
Oh, we're starting to lose you again. But yeah, I think all this is coming back onto the road for a normal schedule. I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh. Because all you hear is fuck. Fuck. Son of a bitch. Goddamn fucking cunts. My mom sucks dick. You back yet? Fuck, I'm trying to stall.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. There's Pussy Lover 629. You had to join up on your backup account? I can speak.
Would changing Discord servers help?
We can try. Here. You know what I'm going to do?
Why not?
I'm going to do this. Hold on. You ready?
What's that?
I'm going to hang up on you. All right. God, it's so much more quiet. Sorry, folks. I just needed a minute. That helped. That really made a difference. I don't know if it made a difference for everybody on the show or all the people in the audience, but it did for me. For suddenly that headache just stopped. I had that ringing in my ears that was like, me. Like it just, I'm glad that's over with.
Hear me.
The ringing. Yeah, Cody.
Hey.
Why are you in the rain?
Because you told me to go there?
No. I said make it rain. Like, your predictions. Fucking. Never mind. You did good. Everybody's proud of you. Cody, let's go ahead and you think Gunther's going to win, right? Just to lock that in? All right. Now I need to know this. LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys taking on the Bloodlines, Usi Tag Team, and Jacob Fatu. Who do you got?
Bloodline.
Yes, I agree. And I do think it is going to be that obvious, and Solo is going to fuck them over.
Yes.
How could he not?
Yep.
WWE thinks they're genius with these story moments, and they think it's going to be so mischievous, and no one saw it coming.
Okay, we're aligning again there because I think the Solo face
Seth
turn
is
thing
really injured, right?
an act.
Come on. Right?
Do you like Solo as a face, though?
They haven't really done much with it, and I think it could be so over. He's got that great wit. He's really good on the mic. He's sarcastic. He feels like young Rock at times. If you squint your eyes and take away 200 pounds, you can see the transformation needed to make him into a skinnier Rock, or a heavier Rock, or a skinnier Rikishi. You know, he's better than his too cool family ways, but he's certainly no Dwayne Johnson. But he's got the gift of gab bit, and you can hear it, you can see it. As where Jacob bores the fuck out of me on the mic. I love Jacob in the ring, but he sounds like the fucking Tasmanian devil. Oh,
yeah, what happened to him? He used to be good at promos, and then he turned terrible with promos. He's just robotic, like me.
Oh, God, no.
Am I breaking up again?
Bah! Fatu! Ah!
Am I breaking up again?
No. I'm just fucking crazy. Fatu! That's all I got.
People are saying I was being too obvious with it, but I'm glad that you agree with me on that.
It is very obvious, but it's very
obvious.
true.
Yeah.
LA Knight is amazing. I'm a huge LA Knight fan. Lots of charisma. Jerry, you have no idea. I have been a fan of this man for ages. Eli Drake, when he was in TNA, when he was in fucking NWA, killing it. The shoes of a champion, and then it's come on, dummy. And then we go ahead and we get like the resurgence of him in NXT. LA Knight, that's kind of weird, but he's the $1 million champ with, the Ted DiBiase. And he's taken on, what the hell is his name? He won his money to the moon with other cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Grimes, right?
Yes, Cameron Grimes. Look at you. Tasmanian Devil, part Donnie from Wild Thornberries. Yeah, incredible. I'm the scat man. That's kind of what it's like. That's what we get out of it. Yeah, Bloodline's winning here. Solo's betraying everybody. And LA Knight gets fucked yet again.
Everybody's saying, yeah.
You're fucked. Fatal Influence taking on Brie, Nikki, and Paige. I kind of agree with the AI. I think they need something big here. AJ Lee still signed with the company. And you know what's so funny? AJ Lee always fought for equal rights. She wanted the men and women to be paid equally. But she fought so hard for it that she fucked a lot of the female roster. How? Well, Bailey, others that have been forced into these restructuring deals, even some of the men, is partly because AJ Lee is the highest paid woman in ages in WWE. She's being paid equivalent to what CM Punk is being paid. She has like a favored nation clause. They made sure AJ Lee was valued as much, if not equal to CM Punk and others. So her fighting to be paid so highly actually took away from the ability to pay others. And yes, people are like, oh, they make billions of dollars. Why can't they just pay them whatever? They are losing money every day on this deal. Losing money, fist over dollar. Yep. That's why they're trying to incorporate all these brands and make these sales and do these things at higher prices. Because, yes, they merged the companies together, but they did so at such a high amount that it was a huge fucking loss. Yeah, you can write it off. Yeah, you can, but you can't keep riding that wave forever. Eventually, somebody comes to collect when the rent is due, you know?
Yeah. You still think they're going to sell to Riyadh season?
Absolutely. Eventually, they're going to get desperate. They're going to owe enough money, and they're either going to have to, or they're going to be in a hole where they're just not making money enough for so long that they don't have the surplus in revenue to do anything but sell their shares.
Do you see there being more freedom with creative with Triple H again without TKO? Because I don't think Riyadh's going to really get involved like that.
Depends on how you view freedom, because it's not going to be American freedom. It's going to be like limited freedom. Like when you heard all the comics went over there for the Riyadh Season Comedy Festival, and they were like, you guys can talk about whatever you want. No censorship here. And they're like, wow, so we could say whatever we want. They're like, yeah. And then they go to perform that night, and the military's in the back. And they're like, by the way, here's the list of things you can't bring up. Can't mention the kingdom, can't mention the kingdom's money, can't mention da-da, 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 da-da. As they're basically staring you down with, you know, pokey sticks, as I like to call them. The one that fires the magic Healy thingies.
Jericho and Punk, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was Brazil, but still, you get the point.
But
you know,
I know, but I'm just saying it reminds me of that kind of situation. Where
that's what I'm saying, though. You're not far off. I knew someone was going to be like, that's not the same place. You know. On the grassy knoll, no less. I think Fatal Influence has to win this here. They're the new women's tag champs, and I think it's going to be another turn.
I think Fatal Influence wins, and I think that causes the breakup. I think Nikki should turn.
Yes, they're going to lose. Nikki's going to blame Paige. And maybe AJ makes a save. Maybe AJ doesn't, and they save her for Raw or another time. But I think that's going to be another big tag match at whatever the September show plans to be. I know they got.
I think AJ Lee could be in that ladder match.
They got Sunday night's main event coming up. That's a big one. So that would be cool, but she's not. It's between Julia and Lash Legend. So.
Oh, did they announce it? Oh, I didn't know that.
For Friday. They did now. So. But
I wasn't aware.
You think you're agreeing with me there with Fatal Influence winning, and we've got, of course...
I think it's a failure because Nikki, Brie, and Paige, I think all have that power to say they need to win, right?
Yeah, and I mean, that's being seen yet again. So what about Brock and Oba? Do you want to go first, or do you want me to take it again?
I don't think this is Brock's last match now, because if it was, I think they would have been advertising it like they did Cena, so I don't think this is his last match, but I still think Oba is winning.
Yeah, so Oba's winning this. I truly feel like that's the case. If you look at the odds are, negative 2,000 for Oba Femi to win. He's so favored. They invested way too much in positioning him as a top star, but they fucked up badly on Monday. He should have said something to Lesnar, and Lesnar should have broke through the cage. Or Oba Femi realistically should have either kicked the door down or broken through part of the cell.
They should have given us a teaser on what's going to be inside the cell, like them brawling or something.
Yeah, I mean, we know it's Stewart's favorite, but that's all he's done. Lesnar's like, oh, you're a bitch, you're this, you're that. Lesnar's a 95.2% implied loser. Plus 700. I mean, 95.2% of people think that Oba Femi's winning. And 75% of our chat and viewers think that night one is better than night two. And I agree. I kind of wanted to review night one first. But
most of night one, I think most matches
I'm looking more forward to.
Yeah. There's nothing really much I'm looking forward to on night two. Maybe Gable and Penta, but...
Maybe. Still, I think Brock Lesnar loses. What happens is they're going to have, a table spot, stair spots, chairs. They're going to fight on the outside, throw each other into the cage. There's not going to be any crazy stuff where they go through the cage or the outside. I don't anticipate it being longer than 7 minutes maximum. I think it's going to be a lot of finisher spams, and Oba Femi's going to attack right away. The way he's going to finish it is that he's about to lose, or Lesnar's about to low blow him, and he's going to learn this time and counter it and give him the fall from grace or whatever. Like, he's going to be ready for the low blow is the point.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're prepping us for.
Because talk shit, get hit, and now he learns to block the hit.
I actually got one of those text updates, and I heard there's going to be 72, not virgins, but F5s.
Really?
Yeah.
72.
Yep, 72. Pico said 11. I'm like, no, 72. It's crazy, but that's what they want. Every single one at one. One. It's tiresome as is. Surprised Brock can do it with his bad gut.
Why not?
No, realistically, I bet you it's going to be about 5.
I hope it goes over 10 minutes, though. I want it to be a...
My guess is 7 minutes exactly. 7 minutes, 1 second. Okay? That's my guess.
You're probably right, which is disappointing, which is why I put it in a Hell in a Cell at all. But...
We'll see. But I think Oba Femi has to win. I'm going to say this, though. I'm going to lock in a bonus answer. Brock Lesnar does indeed retire.
You do think he's retiring this time? I think
he's done after this, yes. I think he said it before. He's tired. He's hurt. He wants to. I think he tried to retire at Mania legitimately. I believe that. You can call me a moron. You can call me a fed sucker. I believe that now, too,
after Unreal, after they didn't bring anything up about it. They didn't say we're going to do a fake retirement thing. You would have thought if that was a thing, they would have said on Unreal it's going to be a fake retirement angle. They didn't bring that up at all.
I know. I'm telling you right now, Brock Lesnar, Oba Femi, Hell in a Cell match, Night 1, Minnesota, SummerSlam 2026 will be exactly 7 minutes, 1 second long. They will have their table spot, they will have their chair spot, and they will have their slam each other into the cage spot. Oh my. But there will not be anything, through or off the cage, anything super extreme. It's going to be finisher and furniture spam galore. A low blow attempt that leads to a fall from grace, and Brock is retired in Minnesota by Oba Femi. As I said, 7 minutes, 1 second. Clip it, send it, done. There you go. That's the clip. And I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. I'm sold on it. Jeremy is the best producer in the world. Even with how tired I am, he's got me going. I'm telling you, he's retiring him. He wanted to retire at Mania. He couldn't, and they didn't let him stay away. He even said, I just want to be with my family. When I'm with my family, I am not at all dealing with the crowd or people. Nobody. He wants to be done. He said he's tired. He's hurting. Do you think he retires or no?
Yes, kind of, maybe. You know what? Why not? Maybe. I hope they give it to him this time because I think...
What else do you want to do with him? Is there really I'm done with Lesnar. There's always somebody else for him to face, but I've been exhausted with his matches and the build-ups and all of that for ages. Everyone, not that he doesn't deserve the credit, best Lesnar
but
since
we've gotten in a while.
What was Suplex City, 2015?
Yeah.
Right? Since then, we've gotten the same matches from him, no matter who he faced, whether it was AJ Styles, whether it was, Daniel Bryan, whether it was always he's going to do a bunch of German suplexes, the Kimura lock, some other in between maybe variation of suplexes, and then he's going to hit you with F5s. And that's it. And people are like, oh, that's not a bad thing. That's what he does. It's boring. It's predictable. That's why I didn't enjoy it. Yes, he's a big man and there's aura to it. But to me, the matches were always lacking. Their car crashes. Him and Goldberg were 4 minutes and 50 seconds. That was perfect. That's what it needed to be at Mania. People were disappointed it wasn't longer.
It doesn't always need to be this.
What else could those two do, realistically? So, I'm sorry, but 7 minutes, 1 second. Punch
Brock
it.
could probably do his Gunther.
That's the last thing for Brock to do probably is face Gunther, and I don't know.
Apparently, Brock has been grooming. Allegedly.
Whoa.
No, he's been taking care of Oba Femi and teaching him about the business and grooming him to be a bigger star. So that's incredible that he's taking an interest in him, and we're seeing this happen. That's the Lesnar I want, but unfortunately, Oba Femi has to win here, has to. When you hear people say, oh, no, this is a must. He gave away his King of the Ring match to face either champion to end the feud with Brock. He has to win. That's all there is to it. We lose you again, sir?
No, I'm thinking.
So
I'm
talks of
thinking
friendship
their
have
alternatives.
devolved into
want-
passionate blows between Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. Ooh, I'll have to check this out after. Thank you, Liz. Looks,
I just
you
want.
know, that's the cleaner.
what's it called?
People are saying he was good on the mic. I believe it. Excited.
In a perfect world, I want 15 minutes at least with these two, and just use that Hell in a Cell.
I believe it, but that's never going to happen, ever.
You know it, not at all. Just wishful thinking, but you know, the Hell in a Cell is just there. It's not used much.
I totally agree. Just going to be set dressing. That's all. And then CM Punk. Onity Rhodes Punk. Taking on Cody Rhodes. Cody Onity Rhodes. That was just part of the segment. Will had a good reply back. Oh, I can't wait to see it. So I am looking forward to Ospreay and Hangman, no doubt. It was cool to see Kenny attack him afterwards, because is it just him being like, no, fuck you. How dare you try to kill me with a plastic bag, you piece of shit? Or is it more? You know, was it a real heel move? Interesting either which way, but CM Punk, Cody Rhodes for the title. I've gone back and forth on this. I think Cody loses.
The only way Cody should be winning is if he turns heel. Well, not necessarily, because I think CM Punk can win and try to shake his hand after the match, and that's what leads to the heel turn. And that's what I'm going to go with.
Jeremy said if it's, it's kicking off night one, Oba winning, he wants him interfering on the belt for the match, for the match he wants, the belt he wants, interfering in the match. I can speak. Yeah.
This is going to go
too,
one of two ways.
I don't see that happening.
I think either CM Punk wins and then Cody turns heel after that and stabs Punk in the back.
Yeah.
Or Cody does like a low blow or something to Punk to win what should have been John Cena's heel turn at WrestleMania 41. I think could do that there. I still think Cody Rhodes is turning heel though, but I think Punk's going to win, and that's going to piss Cody Rhodes off and set him over the edge, and he's going to turn heel after the match.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I don't think we're getting a heel turn. I truly am stuck in the fact we're not going to get a heel turn. Randy Orton's due back soon, but I keep hearing Survivor Series for him and Drew. Boy, oh boy, they need them back now.
I'm not interested in babyface Cody Rhodes anymore. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, but I don't see him turning heel, at least not yet. I think it will happen eventually, but just not yet. I think they're still going to do that whole Shades of Grey friendship thing.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that's my guess. But I think Punk retains no matter what, and Cody isn't turning heel. That's my guess. Yeah, sticking to it. And we've got this silly Danhausen Dominik Mysterio human monies on a pole match. Dominik's still cursed. Danhausen's undefeated. He's like, what, 17-0 now? Something like that? 16-0, 17-0?
Yeah.
He's not losing. And the money is not in the bag anyways, but watch it actually be in the bag. And they're going to, subvert expectations. Oh, they thought it'd be fake, but now it's real and he won.
See, this is another reason, because this is night two. I don't know if I'm looking into it too much, but they're playing off the curse of Liv too. So like Liv winning kind of defeats the curse purpose, and her match is first. So
yeah, she's already wrestling the night before.
If Liv wins,
that's what makes me say Liv's not winning. There's no shot in hell, and Iyo has to win. We knew about the curse. Yeah. We knew what happened.
So that gives me another. I think Danhausen gonna be part of the reason the Judgment Day rumbles.
Yeah. Danhausen's gonna keep winning. He's gonna hold on to that. If
Danhausen wins and they're still
undefeated.
See the Judgment Day cornering him again for the money, I'm gonna be pissed, because I thought that's what the JD McDonough and Danhausen match was for.
Supposedly they're done. Supposedly this is going to be the blow off for them. That's why they're doing the human monies
Saturday night
on a pole
event.
match.
They said that was supposed to be the blow off, and then they decided to continue it
because
Danhausen won
because
payoff.
it was always going to be against Dominik. JD was just the henchman, so why would the blow-off be against JD? I said that then. It didn't make sense. You knew more was to come. Sadly, I was right, but I mean, 7-8 months ago when Danhausen, debuted in February, so 6 months ago, whatever.
Yeah.
He went ahead, and at that time, Dominik was already on a downward trajectory, but he was still a very big deal in AAA. He's still the AAA Mega Champion, but remember when he got the ultimate reactions 7-8 months ago? And then 5 months ago, Danhausen comes in, and then immediately, the very first night on Raw, he's cursed and he loses, and then it just continued on and on. He used to get this massive, massive crowd response. Everybody booed, and he couldn't talk on the mic because of it. And people don't care anymore. They don't do it. If they do, they boo like for a second, but that's it. And what do we get from it?
Dominik used to be once upon a time the biggest heel in the business.
That's what I'm saying. Now he's, lost his sea legs and he's just a sponge. He's just getting wet. He's soaking up Liv's fluids, and that's all he's got time to do.
And I hope those Liv Dom fans are happy. Careful what you wish for, because they bitched and moaned and said, they have to be together.
They have to be together. Yeah. God forbid they're apart. But they didn't even do things where they had their own side quests and then met back up. Like, they had to keep them always interacting together. So then they wanted to make Liv the star, and everybody else got stuck in the Liv vortex at the behest of creative and at the whim of a mad woman controlling things. And Liv, again, doesn't care who she steps on, so she's going to tell Triple H, creative, the booking, whoever, her bosses, whatever they want to hear. She's not going to go back and be like, I don't like this. I don't care for this.
She's the female John Cena.
She's going with it. She says yes, no matter what. And that's why they're now praising her. She's a trooper. She's a star. Doesn't mean she's not irreplaceable. Those praise moments they've done for so many. They did that for Bayley. They just not renewed her contract.
When she gets older, they're going to say they're not renewing Liv's contract. It's going to happen to her. So keep that same energy when it happens.
Danhausen is selling a B. Danhausen kit on WWE Shop. Okay? It comes with a mask, the teeth, the cape, all the shit on and it's not even Halloween yet. And it's not a Halloween item. It's like a toy thing.
For Halloween. Dude, they're going to have a field day with Halloween.
Oh, I know they are. They're going to go nuts with it. And I've seen it over and over again. Even though the concert was a disaster, it still got over huge with kids. And
it wasn't the worst song I heard, though. It's not like it was.
When I pull the trigger, you're going to see it coming. Ooh, can't wait to check this out after. But
the song was catchy. I was singing.
It's not that it wasn't catchy. It's just my lyrics are simple. I can only rhyme live and alive so many more times. But
I hated this segment. It was embarrassing.
That's the problem. It was just not creative at all. Danhausen's going to win, and that's literally all there fucking is.
Dominik Mysterio is going to be fucking buried.
He's been buried. What more do you expect?
That's going to be cherry on top.
And we went a little bit longer tonight, but I do want to check out the WWE Shop because, my God, the garbage that they're selling is incredibly just, I don't want to say deplorable and despicable, but it is pretty egregious. Like, it's bad. Anything like $30 for a jar of teeth. So what are they inside? It's not candy. Are they just plastic fake teeth? So you're getting a jar with a sticker on top and some less than total 99-cent fake teeth.
Damn right you are.
The powerful yet peculiar superstar. Yeah. Right here. Danhausen human money bills for $25. Danhausen cursed replica cape. There's the mask. Danhausen WrestleMania side plates. I don't see the kit. They had it up for sale earlier. Or maybe it's coming soon. But yeah, it was a whole Danhausen kit. I mean, they sell it individually. The cape, the mask, the teeth, and the money. So any event, it was $75, but I guess that kind of makes sense if you have these things combined, 45, so 50, 60. Yeah, with the money, 78. So you're saving a little bit, but still crazy. Absolutely crazy to have them, focus on these things. And the SummerSlam replica title, like all these different people that they pair with, Darius Rucker, Aaron Andrews, all that. I remember when somebody got a new shirt, it was a big deal because they were limited edition, basically. You didn't know when people were going to have or get new merchandise. And now it's like, oh, there's 7 new Cody shirts out today. There's 6 new Punk ones. Chicago made, best in the world for SummerSlam. Jacob Fatu, replica wolf mask. Like, what? What?
Lame.
Why does Triple H need a SummerSlam action figure? Why is it OTC 11?
Lame.
Fuck Jalen Brunson. The China SummerSlam figure? Don't Google that. LA Knight sign makes it $119. Holy shit, that's way too expensive.
Yeah!
Even for you, LA Knight. Still, that's nuts. Maybe it was on X that I saw it. It was a Danhausen set. And we'll see if they have it. Yeah, but crazy that, he comes out very soon for, the Danhausen Season 5 DLC. So we'll be able to play as him. That'll be fun. But yeah, him and his wife are going to be an action figure. The Ghoulhausen, that's very cool. And it's a very high-res and intricate figure. I mean, incredible what they do nowadays. How they scan people, how it comes out. I mean, look at all the different faces. If I was a kid, I would have killed for these toys. I set my living room rug on fire in like 6th grade because I was trying to make pyro for my Raw entrance ramp, okay? The stuff they have now, truly incredible. Cody, what do you think is going to happen? Sami Zayn, Finn Balor.
I think shenanigans of some sort are going to happen to Sami Zayn again, and I think Finn Balor wins because Sami was saying no shenanigans, right? So I think he's going to get fucked over again somehow, and I think Finn Balor is going to win.
Okay. I think the exact same thing. I think Finn Balor wins. I'm convinced. Balor needs it. He and Punk are going to run it back. Cody's not winning. I'm still sticking to that, obviously, the night before. And that's what I think they're going with. Do you think someone costs Sami, or what do you think happens? I think some shenanigan tomfoolery happens because Sami hinted at that, right? So I think yes. I wondered, is this the payoff for Johnny Gargano, maybe? Does he finally come out of it and end up costing Sami, being like, shut up, I didn't need to listen to your shit kind of thing? You're a terrible person, how dare you?
I wouldn't mind that. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
I think Johnny Gargano cost Sami Zayn. Why not? Yeah, you know what? That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
People just saying turn it off. How do you review it if you turn it off? Like things can be bad without not having to watch. My point was if it was making you miserable, don't watch. I'm not telling you not to watch. I'm saying if it's making you truly miserable, then don't watch. Because wrestling's supposed to be an outlet for entertainment. But JD's right. When people say don't like it, don't watch, that doesn't help things. I think my point was a bit misconstrued, but still.
Yeah, I think, like with you again, like I think it was more like I think I was taking it too serious sometimes because just to please people online because, I didn't want them bitching at me.
You gotta fall in line. Yeah, you didn't want to get bullied, harassed, and threatened over and over because you didn't do what a certain superstar demanded you say.
Yep.
Yeah, crazy. And that's why I think Finn Balor is going to have a rematch while Sami gets screwed again, and they're going to go even further with the last good guy character. The next match is really the ultimate foregone conclusion of this show to me. Penta and Chad Gable. You know what's going to happen. You know it, right?
It's easy. Chad Gable's winning.
Penta's winning. Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah.
No, no, Penta's going to retain. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right. Well, it's
of course
Triple
Chad's
H's
winning.
creative team.
Yeah, Gable's got to win. Gable, yeah, I could imagine them
loses,
fucking him over again, and then he snaps and
Gable,
turns heel again. Starts banging Maxine right there in the ring. Fuck you, Theory. Like just oh, what's that, Maxine?
I just have that little ounce of fear that they would make him lose somehow.
Right?
There's no.
Gable grows
There's
that
no way
long
they do
beard,
it,
just
though.
coming after Maxine, just come here, baby, smacking her on the ass with a comb. I see it. I see it now. I see it. Evil Gable returns, and then he becomes a new luchador. I'm 110% confident that Penta's losing. Chad Gable is taking this.
What
Just
if
to be
Gable
sure,
lost? What would you say on that review?
I know he's not, and I have a little inside tip. I know why he's not losing.
Tell me.
Tell the audience. I was gonna say I'll tell you after, but hold on. I don't want the audience to hear, so give me 1 second. I called Ice on Penta, so the IC champion's gonna deal with Ice. So if he wins, he won't be able to keep the title anyways.
So you have them on standby.
Because it's in Minnesota. It's cold there. And Penta's used to the hot heat. And it melts your ice in your drinks.
Goes well in Minnesota, right?
Right?
What?
No. Shit. Great plan, though, right? That's why those betting odds are just through the roof. I was quite surprised, but Chad Gable, minus 1,500, the favorite. Hometown moment, redemption arc, betting favorite, all in one. It's beautiful. Penta plus 600. 93.8% chance implied that he wins. The only one with a higher average is Oba Femi winning, and I don't even think that's as much of a lock as this is. This is my pick of the night, my lock of the night, and this is the game
Time to play the game.
that I'm betting on. Must have glitched or something on my end now, but the stream is back to normal. Interesting. So long as we're good. I'm going to blame Cody. Cody, it's your fault.
Again?
I don't know why some nights like the camera loses, I think, tick rate or something because certain, like the light looks blown out and I look just tired, exhausted, and drugged out of my mind because I'm squinting because it's so bright. But other times I lower the light, it's fine. I think I just need to reset it every time. Crazy enough. It's annoying though. That's a little better in the playback. We'll take it. Granted, Cody, I'm still a little perplexed, as I said before. Ooh, pretty lights. What are they doing here with this match? Tiffany Stratton, who is the U.S. Women's Champ. Jade Cargill.
Oh, yeah. Fake Women's Championship is on the line here.
Yes, that's the interim title. Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair, and one wrestler. Do you think it's going to be Julia, or do you think it's going to be Lash Legend?
It has to be Julia, right?
I think it's going to be Lash because they're going to need another heel. Lash is a very big, solid woman who's a good base. She was good in the ladder match last time, so people can dive off of her because right now Jade is the only heel in the match. I want Julia to win. She might win, but think about it. Jade's the only heel. You got Tiffany, Chelsea, and Charlotte. Tiffany and Chelsea are working together. Charlotte hates Jade, so Jade is fucked. You're going to need someone like Lash. Even if they're not working together, they'll take on everybody else. You need, I think, that heel factor here. That's my guess, how they're going to book it. I would pick Julia. I prefer Julia. I am a Julia Mark. I really enjoy her. She was great in Stardom and New Japan and all that jazz. Penta and Gable could be match of the weekend. This is going to be piss break of the night.
Why did they even sign her?
I don't know. This is piss break of the night for me, genuinely. I guess they just wanted her.
Title match?
They wanted to take her away, and they thought that was a good idea. They thought this is how we do it. This is what we need to do.
See, there's nothing intriguing about this match though, because it's not the real championship.
No, and that's the thing. And my worry here is no matter who wins, what if they get hurt?
Yeah.
Then what?
You have to have an
Then what did we do
interim?
it for? What did we do any of this for? That's why I hate interim titles. They never work out right. They always end up causing issues. I mean, genuinely, there's always a problem.
No, you're right. I think interim
I think
is just
Lash
dumb.
Legend
People always
is going
argue
to be
that
in
they
there.
do it in UFC. This is UFC motherfuckers. So, dumbasses. This is WWE. It's a scripted television program, so they don't need interim titles. This is basically who's underneath Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all embarrassing. I mean,
yeah.
When I'm a fan and I'm trying to show people, not even my wife, but like anybody at this point, and I'm like, well, and they're like, so there's an interim champion for a fake championship for, and I'm like, yeah, and they're like, who's the mark now? And I'm like,
Mark-ass stooge, an indie nerd. God,
it's hurtful. I just look at him like, it's fine, but it's fine. I got it, Cody.
Are you crying again?
No.
Okay. I was just making...
No. It's going to be Lash to be in the match, but to win the title,
I think Charlotte's winning.
it's like you're reading my mind. Because who's the best to take on Rhea down the line? Jade, I don't want to see that again. Chelsea, that's risky because the fans might cheer for Chelsea. I think Charlotte and Rhea gets the advantage. I don't want to see Tiffany and Rhea again. I really don't want to see Charlotte and Rhea again, but I don't picture Lash to get it. And
yeah, Charlotte makes the most sense.
I still haven't.
Will this count as a 15th world title or no?
I still haven't finished Unreal. Oh, the fucking coats, Cody. The commercial just keeps playing.
Speaking about Unreal with Triple H and Liv, doesn't it sound like they have Tourette's?
Sounds like
literally
they're
they say it sounds like F-bombs every other word. It sounds like those two have Tourette's.
The two of them go back and forth, and then they try to censor something, so they're like, what the you fucking what the oh, this is gonna be fucking brilliant. This is gonna be so fucking great. I cannot wait for this fucking weekend, Triple H is saying, and then Liv is like, yeah, ladies, this is gonna be wonderful. I can't wait to fucking go, and I can't wait to just
it sounded like
my boyfriend. He's my fiance now. But I call him Daga because dicks are great again.
It really sounded like their F-bombs were forced. I heard Solomonster talking about that with those two. He's like,
yeah,
all they were like is every other word. Fuck.
That's what I said. They wanted to sound cool and together and like we're both in the same. We're so cool, but we work together and we're best friends and la da dee fucking da. Lash and Rhea would be the best choice to me, but Charlotte feels like the proper pick from creative. Honestly, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Chelsea, I want someone, but like we said, I think Chelsea's too risky because
Chelsea's gonna get tipped off a ladder through a table again, and then she's going to dive through a fucking table or a ladder bridge. You're gonna see a couple of crazy spots from her. It's so funny because I would do the same thing to protect myself, but before she crashes into anything, a dumpster, a ladder, a table, she always, and I would do it too. I'm not criticizing. It's just something you can notice. She covers the back of her head by instinct. Instinctually, she goes, with all my fatty arms, and she's like, yeah. And she holds on dear life, and she grabs onto the back of her head. So it works out well.
I don't criticize them. Like they were criticizing Alexa Bliss for the same thing. I know, like with the steel chair, right, with Jade Cargill.
Yep.
Like if Jade Cargill's gonna smash my face through.
Yeah, I'd rather it
Jade
be
Cargill's
fair
gonna
too.
smash my. Yeah, I'd rather cover my face to and block every. I don't trust Jade Cargill for my life. I think I would get busted open.
Another question is, do you think we see Stephanie Vacour screw over Liv? People are thinking that happens.
That's a good one.
And then the feud just continues.
Are you interested to see that again?
especially for non-title. I mean, it is a match, but it doesn't mean much without the belt. I think she would come back and go for the belt, not... I'd rather see her go after Iyo.
What about a heel Stephanie? Because Stephanie's kind of known to be a heel.
Yeah, it would be interesting, but I don't think it's great, honestly.
Isn't she a known heel, though?
She's been a heel, yeah, many times before, and she started as a heel and then turned to face, and it worked out very well as her and Julia kind of flipped, and...
Yeah.
I did at one point, but I don't see her returning now. If she does and she costs her, like, then what? Then they feud?
Is that your least interested option?
Pretty much.
I think it should. I want it to revolve around the Judgment Day, hopefully breaking up, because that faction's dead.
Yeah.
They also get mad at me for that.
But I mean, it's dead in the water. I think Roxanne is going to cost her. Is going to cost Liv. Roxanne fucks her over because she's jealous. Raquel has a belt, and I think at first she might side with Liv, but Liv's going to be jealous. I think she's going to do it in a way where, like, she fucks her, but she could still, like, have plausible deniability, like, it was a mistake kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's going to lead to the disillusion of the Judgment Day, excuse me.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Giving her the benefit of the doubt it was a mistake because that's
Nate
her friend.
sees Stephanie returning, but yeah, I mean, it's possible. It's certainly something that could happen. If
Stephanie's returning, that means the Judgment Day is staying around. I'll die.
Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Let's move on before I get...
And we've got the last match, bud. It is indeed Roman Reigns taking on Seth Rollins and the Shield chair for the World Heavyweight title. Roman is the favorite as well. Heavy favorite here at minus 1,500 against Rollins plus 600. Another 93.8% chance implied of a successful defense. Roman is beating Seth. That is literally the entire story that they have to tell. That is everything that they're going for. You've never beaten me. Wah. Even though he has. You've never beaten me. Wah. And everything about the Shield chair.
Seth.
But please be done with the Shield after this. Please be fucking done. I don't hate Seth either, but I am done with this. Please be done with this.
How many times have they done this Shield thing, though? Like, people are like, you hate this. I think it's going to be a good match. I don't think it's not going to be a good match. That's not my issue here. It's the story.
Just like the Yanks losing 6-5 in extra innings. Though? Of course, it'll be a good game, but it's going to be disappointing in the end. It'll be a good match, just disappointing in the end. It's not going to be a bad wrestled match. It's going to be slow, a lot of rest holds, and it's all going to build to the Shield chair. Right? Yeah, it's all going to build to the Shield chair.
This is what people miss the point all the time. People are like, it's going to be a good match. No one's saying it's not, but like it's.
This will be a 25-minute match. It's not going to be a half-hour classic, but it's going to be good. But it's all going to be heavy storytelling of them going. Seth's going to play mind games. He's going, oh, come on, hug me, brother, Shield bump, fucking all that kind of stuff. And it's going to lead to the chair. Roman finally hits him, and Roman's supposed to be done with the Shield. He needs to put it all behind him and be done with it and let it go. Forgive Seth. Do whatever you have to do. Coot's like, I'm not saying it is going to be
Please
good.
Hug it out or something. Yeah.
It might not be good either. But yeah, they got to do something here, especially with Seth playing a bit of the heel, but he's still the face. Hug it out. Forgive each other. Walk the fuck away. Be done with the Shield. But Roman's winning this. That is my be-all, end-all prediction.
Like I've said, the only other time the Shield would ever be made sense to be brought back up again is if Dean Ambrose ever returned to the company, because that's the only final story to tell with the Tribal Chief and the Shield.
Yes.
Dean Ambrose. And how would Dean Ambrose take kindly with the Tribal Chief, because that used to be his bestie, right? Would Dean Ambrose be okay with Roman, or would he hate this version of Roman?
Realistically, this story should be concluding with Dean Ambrose. Yeah, that would be like the dream finale. Give Tony one time to bring him back, and there we go. Finish the story. They should trade a wrestler for a wrestler. AEW trades with WWE. We get Dean, they get whoever they want. They would only make Danhausen. Sense, right? We could do something with him this time. Very evil. Because here's the thing. There's a 3-hour pre-show both days. Starts at 3 p.m. Eastern. And they only have one match on the first night's pre-show.
3-hour pre-show.
3-hour pre-show both days.
What the fuck?
On ESPN, unlimited. Now, they only have one match. It's Darius Rucker taking on the Crowd at Minnesota. So.
Who?
Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish, the country singer. He's going to perform the national anthem on Sunday. So Saturday, he's got to fight his way through the arena against the viewers. If he can make it to the locker room, he can perform on Sunday. They got to have some kind of spectacle, and a lot of people, said Hootie blows. Something about a gay fish doing what you wish in the seafood aisle. A 3-hour pre-show, no matches, nothing to tune in for. Fuck that. 6 p.m. Eastern, Cody, you know where we're going to be?
Where?
In the Discord, watching the show together. IntoSomewhere will be together watching nights 1 and 2 of SummerSlam. We'll also be checking out the Wrestling for Life Network, seeing what those guys are talking about over there. And then we'll have our IntoSomewhere review for both nights, concluding after the main events on both shows will go live. Going to be a busy weekend. Friday, after our SmackDown review in the beginning of the show. After that, we're going to be taking everybody's opinions for our group community predictions. Whoever gets the most right is getting a prize. So you're going to want to compete. Let us know what your guesses are.
It's the weather, I think, caused
I think the rain just fucked you. Tomorrow, the return of the wheel and game night. And we might be messing around with some Halo as well. We'll see what Jared's up to. But it's going to be a great night. That'll be starting at 6:30 Eastern tomorrow night. 6:30 Eastern. Bit of an early night so we can fit in some more games. As well as Friday, we'll go live at 10 p.m. Eastern. Saturday and Sunday will be live after the main events conclude for SummerSlam nights 1 and 2. Monday, we have the Raw review. Tuesday, NXT. And then Wednesday, IntoSomewhere Weekly, where we'll be talking about All In and the build towards that, as well as what's happening for Sunday night's main event. I'm looking forward to game night tomorrow. It's going to be a great time, Cody. You know it as well as I do. But in the meantime, do me a favor, please. Hit the like button, hit the bell, subscribe, because that makes a huge difference when you hit the bell, turns on all notifications. But check out Spaz's new Twitter for me. Him and I are going to have our SummerSlam news released this Friday. So check out Spaz. It's at SpazPhoenixPod on Twitter. So x.com/SpazPhoenixPod as the wire gives up. But check us all out on Twitter. Cody, please tell these amazing people where they can find you, my friend.
You can find me over on my Twitter or X at Judgment Day Era. Definitely need to change that now soon. Probably in the next few days, maybe SummerSlam weekend, I'll do something with it. And on YouTube, you can find me over at Judgment Day Era. I know I've been on a gaming hiatus, but I promise you soon it will happen again. It's happened before, so it will happen again. And
will happen.
Find me
you
over on my
Instagram. You got to play Halo with us
Cody
now.
_Onidi. We're 316. That sounds like a plan. Halo.
It's a ton of fun. You can get it cheaper through whatever game service plan PlayStation has as well. So looking forward to it. Check us out on Twitter at Countdown Ended, on TikTok, on Instagram at Countdown Ended. And check out the latest music release. Eclipse is out where all music is streaming right now. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night for game night. Hang out with us all weekend in the Discord. It's going to be a great time. Sure. Until then, thank you, Cody, as always, for your predictions and hanging out. I love that we got the best co-host in the universe. And as always, it's been Jake. Countdown Ended. Thank you for checking out the new music, and I hope you all stay sexy.
Jake!